have some sound here? Testing. Okay. La 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 la. No, I am not your singing minister today. There we go. Good morning, Sarasota. All right. So glad and thankful for all your presence here today. I'm the Reverend J. Wolin, the settled minister here at the Unitarian Universalists of Sarasota. Today we're having not our traditional service, but that is sometimes not unusual for us. I am very, very excited to introduce here from California, maybe the free state of California, the real free state, Emma's Revolution, which is Sandy O and Pat Humphreys, who will be leading the service today, and there will be much reverential music that we shall all have. So, without further ado, let us introduce Emma's Revolution.
Good morning.
We're almost here.
We were almost ready. Yes, I was going to say, just enjoy a moment of silence. Because aside from the moment of silence, we're going to have you sing with us a lot this morning. Because this is what we do in these times, and we've done it for the last 24 years now together as a duo of activist musicians. So singing is what we bring to what's happening in the world, and I think you would agree with me that there's a lot happening in the world. So this is a song we wrote to sing up at a congregation in Virginia when they said to us, why don't you pick a song out of the hymnal? And there are amazing songs in the Unitarian Universalist hymnal, but if you ask songwriters to pick a song, they might just pick a new song. And so there's a part for you in the first line when Pat sings a line, and you'll see words. You'll sing in the light. In the second verse, when Pat sings a line, you'll sing the words in the dark. And in the third verse, you'll sing We Begin, and feel free to sing with us on the choruses too.
We have come in the light to this place, in the light with our hearts, in the light open wide. We are here in the light giving voice, in the light to the truth, in the light we divine. Let us sing for today. Let us learn better ways, showing love in the light, giving hope in the light we create, in the light better days. We are born in the dark, we are fed. In the dark we connect. In the dark through the veil. We are here. In the dark we are healed. In the dark mysteries. In the dark we reveal. Let us sing for today. Let us learn better ways, showing love in the dark, giving hope. In the dark we connect, in the dark better days. time is now. We begin where we are. We begin, we have all. We begin that we need to renew. We begin to release. We begin to rebuild. We begin to believe. Let us sing for today. Let us learn better ways, showing love. We begin giving hope. We begin, we create. We begin better days. Let us sing for today. Let us learn better ways, showing love. We begin giving hope. We begin, we create. We begin better days, showing love. We begin giving hope. We begin, we create. We begin better days.
You know, I always say one of the things I love most about coming to worship services is I get to sing and no one tells me to be quiet. So we especially want to welcome today our visitors. We hope you'll come back again. Every week's a little bit different here, but we want to welcome all those visitors on campus as well as those who are live on or even watching this recording on YouTube. We invite our visitors to participate in any of the events of this congregation. We welcome visitors to find out more about Unitarian Universalism by registering on our virtual guest book online, which you can find at uusrq.org, or if you are here in person, right outside on the welcome table. And if you do sign up, you'll get a weekly email newsletter with links to virtual events as well. As well, today we are having a potluck after service. We invite everybody to attend. Even if you haven't brought food, there is always enough for everyone. And we have all different types of food. As well, it gives us a chance to sit down and get to know each other. One other special announcement, I'm sure Emma's Revolution will probably let you know, but will be a table outside if you want to buy CDs or merchandise from them. And now, without further ado, we have the opening of our choir for the season here, so welcome them up.
Maybe while the choir is getting in place, I will just take this minute to invite everybody, anybody, and everybody. If you like to sing, you like to make music, please come join the choir. We're very, we're very open access and accessible. If you like to sing, you do not necessarily have to read music. You do not have to be a professional. You don't have to have lots of experience. If you like to sing, please come try us out. We rehearse on Wednesday evenings and we sing every other Sunday, and we'd love to have you. Thanks.
Jesus said, don't help the poor unless they file the proper forms and were born in El Salvador and walked a real long way. Blessed is the war machine, the merciless, the persecution. Poor men don't deserve a thing for which he cannot pay. Wait, those are things Jesus didn't say. Love your neighbor as yourself. Blessed are the weak. Be kind to a stranger, because a stranger he is me. Best not fill your glass of wine, a rose made of sand. And if you really love your God, you'll love your fellow.
better to just stack your chips, get close to God that way. Pile wealth and build yourself a tower, 'cause you cannot help a man who won't enrich himself. Yeah, blessed are the paid. Those are things Jesus didn't say.
It said, love your neighbor as yourself, and blessed are the meek. Be kind to a stranger, 'cause that stranger is me. Let's not build your castle on a mountain made of sand. And if you really love your God, you'll love your fellow man. Love your neighbor as yourself, and blessed are the meek. Be kind to a stranger, 'cause that stranger he is me. Let's not build your castle on a mountain made of sand. And if you really love your God, you'll love your fellow man. If you really love your God, you'll love your fellow man.
Thank you, choir. Whew. Great way to start the season. Our opening reading today is from the book of Isaiah, chapter 35. I thought was an appropriate reading for today. The wilderness and the dry land shall be glad. The desert shall rejoice and blossom. Like the crocuses, it shall blossom abundantly and rejoice with joy and singing. As we light our chalice now, please join me in affirming our value of justice, which is printed in the order of service and will be on the screen behind me. We work to be a diverse, multicultural, beloved communities where all thrive. We covenant to dismantle racism and all forms of systemic oppression. We support the use of inclusive democratic processes to make decisions within our congregations and association and society at large. And now again, Emma's Revolution.
So you see, we have a lot of instruments up here today, and I wonder, who out there, if you raise your hand, who plays an instrument? Yeah, lots of people.
A lot of instrumentalists.
Does someone want to tell us? Do you want to tell us? You had your hand up in a maroon shirt right there. What instrument do you play? You normally play the drums, and sometimes you play the keyboard.
Keyboards.
That's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Who else would want to tell us what instrument did they play? Somebody have a hand up? Yeah. Does anybody play one of the instruments that we play? Guitars? Maybe you do? You do. Does somebody play a violin? That also has strings. Anybody play that? How about flutes? Or oboes? Or bassoons? There's so many instruments out there. You know what the good bassoon?
Bassoon players.
At last,
Yes.
at last, bassoon players have their moments. This is good. The other good thing is we always have some instruments right with us. Can anybody imagine what we might be able to do with our feet? Could we make a rhythm? Could you make a rhythm with your feet? Yeah. Right? You have your hand up. What did you want to say about that? You can make a rhythm with your voice. We're going to get to that one because by the time we have our feet, maybe we want to get these involved. What can we do with our hands? Or right. And then we can always add our voices in rhythm and in singing. And one of the people that we learned best about how to use our voices together was a friend of Pat's.
He was a tall, skinny guy with a banjo with a really long neck. He invented a banjo that had more notes because he needed more notes. And I learned about his music when I was in elementary school. I actually had a banjo when I was 4. But it wasn't like a banjo like this. It was like a little plastic banjo. and then I learned about Pete Seeger's music through the Arrow Book Club. You could order books, and they would get delivered to your classroom. But you could also order records. Some of you probably don't know what records are. But it was about this big, and you put it on a turntable, this thing that spun around, and a little needle went down on that record, and the music would come out of it. It was like magic. And I learned, bought me a cat, the cat pleased me, fed my cat under yonder tree, cat went fiddle-I-fee, fiddle-I-fee. And years went by, and I saw Pete Seeger. That was the tall guy with the long banjo. I saw him in my newspaper when I was in high school, that he was coming to my town. I lived in Northeast Ohio on a tributary right off of the Cuyahoga River. And if you've ever heard stories about the Cuyahoga River was so polluted by the industry along the river 3 or 4 times that the river caught fire. People had dumped so much oil and trash into that river that it was actually able to catch fire. It was pretty terrible. So he came because he had just started a project in the Hudson River Valley to clean up the Hudson River. And he started traveling all around the world, getting communities involved so that they could clean up their rivers. And Cleveland's was in really bad shape. So he came, but he also gave a concert. And in those concerts, he didn't just sing nice songs. He didn't just sing Bought Me a Cat, things like that. He sang songs about things that were going on in the world, about wars. He sang songs about how people could take care of their garbage so that the river would never catch fire again. And I thought, what's this thing about music and messages that taught me how to live a better life, taught me how to be a better neighbor, taught me how to be a better family member, better community member. So that's what really started to instill that message for me. And years later, I started writing songs. And Pete and I was at a song circle. And the first song that I wrote as an adult, I had just finished singing it in a circle of songwriters. And I hear this voice from behind me. I see this hand coming around from behind me with a little slip of paper in it. And on it were some musical notes. But I never learned to read music in my life. So I hear this voice from behind me saying, "Is this how it goes?" And it was Pete Seeger, who had just notated, he had just written in musical notes the song that I had just sung. It's a simple melody, but he wrote it all down, and I said, "I don't know, I don't read music. You'll have to sing it to me." And we chatted afterwards, and he said, "That's one of the best songs I've heard in 50 years. So we got to be friends, and we were friends for close to 30 years. And I was at his bedside when he passed. I went there and sang his songs to him. I sang, to my old brown earth and to my old blue sky, I now give these last few molecules of I. And you who sing and you who stand nearby, I now charge you not to cry. Well, our human chain, watch well you keep it strong, as long as sun will shine. And this our home, keep pure and sweet and green, for now I'm yours, and you are also mine. And we sang his songs to him until he went on to whatever happens next. And I got back to where I was staying that night and thought about all the remarkable ways that we crossed paths in my lifetime, including when I had that little banjo when I was 4. And I wrote this song. Sandy helped me finish it. It has a chorus. I'd love to teach it to you. Would you help me? If I sing a line, will you sing it back? I mean, I know you'll have the words, but still, sometimes it's more fun to do it Pete Seeger way. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Try that. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Hear the people sing. Hear the people sing. Hope changes everything. Hope changes everything. Sing, people, sing. Sing, people, sing. Want to try that all together? You got it. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Hear the people sing. Hope changes everything. Sing, people, sing. You'll get lots of chances. When I was 4, I had a toy made of plastic and of joy, a magic musical machine from a drum, a stick, and strings. I couldn't know as I would play. I lived to meet the man one day, made songs that shaped my life and taught the world to sing. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Hear the people sing. Hope changes everything. Sing, people, sing. Summer of my 18th year, in San Francisco he'd appear. I jumped onto a trolley car, alone and wondering. The grove was full when I got there. People came from everywhere. I climbed a redwood by the stage to watch the reveling. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Hear the people sing. Oh, changes everything. Sing, people, sing. Years went by, I got a call, a festival in early fall, along the Hudson River shore, a harvest gathering, asking me to volunteer to keep the river clean and clear, to celebrate the river's life and all the gifts she brings. Oh, here banjo ring. Hear the people sing. Oh, changes everything. Sing, people, sing. Stood up to McCarthy's rage, rallied for a living wage, rode with Woody, marched with Dr. King. Patiently brought us along, taught us each and every song. With Toshi by your side, you got to almost anything. You showed us how the world could be, living with integrity. Together we create a force beyond imagining. As I observed your dimming light, I felt a spark in me ignite. I would trade it all today to hear your banjo ring. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Hear the people sing. Oh, changes everything. Sing, people, sing. Do it again. Oh, hear the banjo ring. Hear the people sing. It really does. Oh, changes everything. Sing, people, sing. Sing, people, sing. Sing, people, sing.
That was awesome. So now I am going to give the young people in this audience a choice. And either choice is great. And that is, you can stay here and listen to all the beautiful music that's going to happen today, or you can join me and Miss Kristen in the classroom for some fun art activities. So if you would like to join me, now's the time to do that. So meet me outside. Thank you.
Well, I want to just say, you know how good Emma's Revolution is. They got me to take my suit off on Sunday morning. Our centering words today are from Robert F. Kennedy on the death of Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King. What we need in this country is not division. What we need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence or lawlessness, but love and wisdom and compassion towards one another, and a feeling of justice towards those who still suffer. We will have difficult times. We've had difficult times in the past, and we will have difficult times in the future. But the vast majority of people in this country want to live together, want to improve the quality of our lives, and want justice for all human beings who abide in our land. Let us dedicate ourselves to what the Greeks wrote many years ago, to tame the savageness of humanity and make gentle the life of this world. Let us dedicate ourselves to that and say a prayer for our country and for our people. As we go into a time of silence, let us contemplate how we can make gentle the life of this world.
Sandy and I used to live in the Washington, D.C. area. Now we live in California. So when things happen in Washington, D.C., we feel it so deeply. And it's the incredibly frustrating things, the things that help us feel really isolated and helpless. We feel them even more deeply because we're a continent away. We used to just be able to go out our doors and get downtown and demonstrate in front of whatever building needed to be demonstrated in front of. And we did a lot of that during that time. We were there for 13 years. So we were finishing up a tour in New York State in February, and we started to get the news of the federal workers being fired. And again, that feeling just rose in us again. You know, how is the community there dealing with this? How are our friends in the activist community? And that, you know, the DC is a company town. All those surrounding towns have a lot of federal workers in them. So we knew that they were really taking this hard. So we just thought, we have a little bit of time, let's just go down there. We could be down for about a week. And we went down and we sang everywhere that we could sing. I mean, if you would have told me some number of years ago that I'd be standing outside the IRS building singing. But, you know, I mean, we felt so badly for these career workers. You know, for the most part, they're not about red and blue. They're not about Democrat and Republican. They're about service to their community. They're about doing their jobs, and they really care about their jobs, and they take them very seriously. And many, many of those workers have been in those positions for many, many decades. So it was really, really rough, and it continues to be as, you know, things get shifted around for them. So we just went outside all the departments that we possibly could. And they were just at that point, because it was very early, in the firings. And I think people were really just kind of reeling from the news. It was relatively small groups of people, but it was mostly young people. And it was mostly younger people organizing older people to come out and just like sing and do, help rally folks, help soothe folks, help do whatever they could to just ease that incredibly difficult time. So we just did that. We sang at about 2 rallies a day, and then there were 2 fundraisers that we sang at that week as well. And sitting outside the Health and Human Services building, just before we got there, I had this idea, because it occurred to me that, especially in times like these, we forget that we're the power. Like, not just us, but us. And that there are things that we can do collectively that are far more powerful than all the billionaires in the world. But it really takes us being willing to do what we can. We don't have to do the exact same thing that somebody else is doing, but we need to do what we can. And when we do that, we are incredibly powerful. So we wrote this song. It requires some help. We are the power, and we know it in our bones. We are not alone, and we grow stronger every day. We take down the tyrants with our courage and our spirit. We are strong, and we grow stronger every day.
Every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day.
fueled by generations, we will not obey. Every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day.
we are strong and we grow stronger every day.
We are the workers, built this nation from the ground. We can shut this whole thing down, and we grow stronger every day. Their money and their greed won't bring the people what we need. We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
Every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day.
fueled by generations, we will not obey. Every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day.
we are strong and we grow stronger every day.
We are a rainbow, beautiful and proud. We raise our voices loud and we grow stronger every day. They try to make us disappear, but we are here and we are queer. We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
Every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day.
fueled by generations, we will not obey. Every day, every day,
Every day.
we are strong and we grow stronger every day.
We are the seeds and we are nurtured by the earth. In darkness is rebirth and we grow stronger every day. We will sing and shout until we force the rich boys out. We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
Every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey.
every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day. We are strong and we grow stronger every day.
every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey.
every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day. We are strong and we grow stronger every day. We are strong, we grow stronger every day. We are strong, we grow stronger.
every day,
Every day,
every day,
every day,
every day,
every day,
every day.
every day.
so much for participating. We did a couple simple things that you can do in your community. When I clapped, you clapped. Right? I didn't even have to say clap along, right? When I indicated, you sang. So if you're somewhere and you need a song or you need participation, and this could be dance participation or poetry participation at your demonstrations, really being the one who's willing to give the invitation is a thing. And how did I learn some of that invitation? I learned it, and you heard it in that song. That song borrows heavily from African American spirituals and civil rights songs, that whole call and answer, kicking up the spirits at the end there, which our friend Reverend Leon Dunkley up in Vermont, when we started singing it, he said, oh, that's what you're doing when you do that. It's just a big energy, right? So we're passing on some of the experiences that we are having now, and also just some of the little things that perhaps will help keep you motivated.
And there, you know, that this style of singing, we owe it to the African American singers in this country and the beautiful traditions. They taught us how to raise energy. They taught us how to welcome in. You know, they taught us how to feel part of something larger than ourselves. And we took those lessons to heart. Pete Seeger took those lessons to heart, and he passed them down. And he wanted people to know that that was the source.
And I was thinking about when we were singing the verse about we are here and we are queer, when we started this tour last week singing at the UU in Orlando. And before that, we went to the Pulse Memorial. And it's such a devastatingly stunning and breathtakingly sad sort of moment when you walk up to it. And of course, we know what your Department of Transportation has been told to do now, to erase any of the joy, any of the love, any of the bringing of just sort of some remembrance to that space, but to so many other places. And so there were folks there drawing on the sidewalk, drawing rainbows with chalk or drawing hearts with rainbow colors. And of course, they can't draw it in the street. But
they can get arrested for chalking in the street.
Right.
Can you imagine that we've been reduced to this?
But we saw on that little dip down where you walk into the street, they were applying really heavy layers of rainbow chalk. And I thought, is it just a meditation practice? It could be. But they said, no, when you go back across the street to where your car is, make sure to walk down that apron, because some of that chalk will get on your shoes and onto the crosswalk on
and
the
you
street.
will carry it across the crosswalk.
So it's important to look around and see who is being courageous, who is being creative with their courage, or maybe who needs your creative courage and your support and your comfort to keep going. And the first person that I heard in these times who was courageous and brought comfort, you might remember her. It was the day after the inauguration, and she stood, a small, slight woman, in a very high pulpit with red and white flowers around her. And she spoke to the people who were in the first couple pews who had just been installed the day before. And she spoke tenderly to them about what they were stepping into and who they could be for everyone in this country. They didn't heed her, but we heeded her. So this song shows some of the spirit of her words and her tenderness, and the rest of it is mine. Not as tender.
You didn't like the words she said, how gently she reminded you that leaders should be merciful, that people's lives are beautiful. You didn't like the truth she told, that immigrants are human too. Refugees need safety, trans kids are sacred, love shines like a rainbow.
You are not God, let me remind you. You are one among all, no less less and no greater. You are not God, and you won't use me to justify the misery and hatred you sow.
You told them that I spared you to bring you to this moment. A moment you've decided allows you to take everything and give nothing. You do not know me, my spirit or my teachings, but now you know I spared you to be seated before her words. You are not God, let me remind you. You are one among all, no less and no greater. You are not God, and you won't use me to justify the misery and hatred you sow. Her words have traveled far now, but quiet as she spoke them. Her vision bringing comfort, her courage bringing hope, her steadfastness a beacon, even as you threaten. Resilience is awakened in millions more. You are not God, let me remind you. You are one among all, no less and no greater. You are not God, and you won't use me to justify the misery and hatred you sow. And you won't use me. You are not God.
Yeah, it often happens. I hit my head on that also, all the time. Yeah, I want to say a couple of things, what they spoke of earlier, and it's about modeling also, right? When they were clapping, right, they modeled clapping on 2 and 4, right? Which for me, as you know, is something I deeply, deeply appreciate. But we do, but what their message is true, right? We show up. I want to thank everybody who showed up Friday night for that immigrant and refugee event, that we had music, we had ballet, we had education, and then on Saturday we had people who are delivering food to our immigrant families. I want to thank all of us who are involved in that major, major outlet. But it does take power, right? We all have to show up and have power. And another way that we provide power is to make ourselves strong in spirit, strong in organizing, but also strong in money. That is what keeps this engine going and this organization going, that provides these opportunities for all of us. And so with that, we invite you to show us the strength of generosity that you have as we take our offering. Please be as generous as you can. And for those on your cell phone or online, there's a link in the YouTube channel, or there's a QR code in the order of service. Let this sacred time begin.
we missed that part on the program that we're playing music, so we'll do that. We're glad you're giving. Let me just say about that song, when I was saying you are not God, doesn't mean, and I know not everyone believes in God or spirit, didn't mean that those people are not of God or spirit, but just that they are not God over all of us. And I did not expect to write a song in the voice of God, but I hoped that if I had a chance to, God would say she didn't mind.
All right, sure.
By the time we figure it out, you'll be all giving. So we'll sing something without instruments.
If all the world were peaceful now and forevermore, peaceful at the surface and peaceful at the core, all the joy within my heart would be so free to soar, and we're living on a living planet, circling a living star. I don't know where we're going, but I know we're going far. We can change the universe by being who we are, and we're living on a living planet, circling a living star. And if all the world knew justice now and forevermore, justice at the surface and justice at the core, all the joy within my heart would be so free to soar, and we're living on a living planet, circling a living star. I don't know where we're going, but I know we're going far. We can change the universe by being who we are, and we're living on a living planet. That song was written by our friend Jay Mankita. He lives up in Massachusetts.
We love hearing all the ways that you're showing up in your community. And for us, here we are all the way across the country. And it may be a bit of a drive, but today after the service, maybe after the potluck, we are going to be driving down to the center, south, and to the center of your state to that detention center vigil. I know there's a vigil right here in Sarasota, so a supporting vigil happening right here in Sarasota, so you can also come to that if you're not making the drive. But when we're all the way across the country, we're going to make the drive.
This is the closest we're going to get for a while.
Yes. And we know that the settlement, the case that was won, even though it was overturned, it was won on environmental grounds because of the danger to the Everglades and to the Miccosukee. But I know that these people who have been demonstrating there, and all of you who have been demonstrating against this detention center, also care about the human rights violations that's going there. And it tells you something about our country when you can't win a case on violating the due process and human rights of people, and you have to go after it in terms of the environment. It should be able to be fought on both of those grounds, and we should be able to prevail and stop that detention center. We were asked to come and sing at a demonstration outside the federal building in San Francisco just a couple weeks ago, and because there was a young man who was coming for his court appearance. And you know that when people are showing up for court, ICE is still arresting them and taking them in and detaining them. And then, of course, ICE and the government are going after people when they're coming to a place where they're trying to get work. So it's not that they're going after...
Or where they are working.
Or where they are working, in the fields, yeah. And in factories and restaurants and soon nursing homes, you know. So it's not that they're going after people who won't follow the law, who aren't working. They're just going after people who are black and brown. And it's up to people who look like us to stand in the way now. So we were there, and when this young man came out of his court hearing, there was literally a circle of people, 4 people deep, all the way around him to hopefully be able to intervene if they did try to pick him up. And they didn't. And at his next case hearing, he was granted permission to stay here with safety. So it can happen. And we are still in it, all of us, to keep our country to get our country back on a path we want to be on. So we wrote this song to sing there. It's got lyrics in Spanish, but you can also just sing the English in the chorus. Hear us now, we demand, today and always you'll see it, free our people. We fill the courts today, we'll pack the courts tomorrow. We must stop the madness now, and the raids and the sorrow. We raise our voices loud, build our strength together. We are the ones, we're here today to fight for one another. Escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora.
We demand
Hoy y siempre,
today and always.
libera nuestra gente,
Free our people.
escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
today and always.
libera nuestra gente.
Free our people.
We see beyond the hatred, the tanks, the masks, the soldiers. We will never let them win. No, our love is bolder. Para nuestra gente, for all our people, exigimos justicia, fuera ICE, libre al pueblo. Escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
today and always.
libera nuestra gente.
Free our people.
Escúchanos ahora,
Hear us now.
exigimos ahora,
We demand
hoy y siempre,
today and always.
libera nuestra gente.
Free our people.
Hoy y siempre,
Today and always.
libera nuestra gente.
Free our people.
Thank you. So not everyone knows Spanish, right? And in this next song, we're going to teach you some Spanish, but I want to let you know about, I hope you've seen these little red cards that are called the Know Your Rights cards. And on one side is the English, and on the other side is the Spanish, at least the one I got in California. And if you don't have that one, you can go online. Actually, you can even just give your email to me back there, and I will send you the URL. It sends you to a web page where you can print out a template, cut them, fold them up, have them on you. And it's worth it, because even if your Spanish pronunciation isn't great, people are going to get some of that. They're going to get some of the message that they don't have to answer any questions, that they don't have to open the door.
They don't have to give them their name.
And us doing our part is just part of what we all need to do now. So we'll teach you a little bit of Spanish to sing this song with us. This is the song that Pat mentioned that Pete put his hand around and said, "Is this how it goes?" So nowadays we sing it in Spanish and English, and it's going to have the words. I know you're going to have them there, but let me teach you how to pronounce it. It's going to have the word for always, which is siempre. So try that. Siempre. And it's always going to have the words for never turning back, and those are 3 words: sin volver atrás. Let's try it. Sin volver atrás. Yeah.
Great. Gonna keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Never turning back. Never turning back. Sigamos adelante.
Siempre adelante.
Siempre adelante.
Siempre adelante.
Siempre adelante.
Sin volver atrás.
Sin volver atrás.
Sin volver atrás.
Sin volver atrás. Gonna keep on loving boldly. Keep on loving boldly. Keep on loving boldly. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Amaremos con pasión.
Amaremos con pasión.
Siempre con pasión.
Siempre con pasión.
Siempre con pasión.
Siempre con pasión.
Sin volver atrás.
Sin volver atrás. Sin volver atrás. Gonna reach across our borders. Reach across our borders. Reach across our borders. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Vivamos sin fronteras.
Vivamos sin fronteras.
Siempre sin fronteras.
Siempre sin fronteras. Siempre sin fronteras.
Sin volver.
Sin volver atrás. Sin volver atrás. Gonna reunite the family.
All of them.
Reunite the family. Reunite the families. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Familias
Familias
reunidas.
siempre unidas.
Siempre reunidas.
Siempre reunidas.
Siempre reunidas.
Siempre reunidas. Sin volver atrás. Sin volver atrás. Gonna keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Never turning back. 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 Never turning back.
We're going to do one one more song, right? Closing song, unless was that good enough? Oh, okay, all right. We're flexible people. We're going to do one of our favorite closing songs.
When Lee Hayes wrote the words to this song, Lee Hayes was one of Pete Seeger's band members during that time, actually, when during the McCarthy era, and he was with them when, of course, because of Joe McCarthy, they were what they called blacklisted, with lots of other performers and writers and filmmakers and actors. And when Lee Hayes wrote this song, there was this kind of tacit agreement that we were all brothers. We went along with that for a while. And then a woman came up to Pete years later and said, "Pete, I'm feeling kind of left out." So they started singing Sisters and Brothers. And then years later, a trans friend of ours came up to us in Oakland and said, "Pat, I'm feeling kind of left out." So we thought, okay, it has to still scan in the line. And I was thinking, because, there was this orange presence during that time in the White House, built by black hands. And we scrubbed and soaked and tried to get that stain out of the White House. And wouldn't you know, we succeeded for a while. But it came back. So we needed to build up our resistance even more, the resistance movement. So now we're scrubbing and soaking that stubborn stain. It seems bigger than it was before. But I think with more scrubbing and soaking, there will be a time when there will no longer be an orange presence in that very White House. So we started singing all of the resistors. So wherever you came from, whatever door you came from to come here, know that we see you, know that we love you, know that if you know a different version of this song, you can sing it and it'll still work. And let's be the resistance, shall we? If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning. I'd sing it in the evening. All over this land. I'd sing out danger. I'd sing out warning. I got a hammer,
Now I've got a hammer,
and I got a bell,
and I've got a bell,
and I got a song to sing over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the son of love between all of the resistors. Over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the son of love between all of the resistors. Over this land.
We could go on and on and on, I'm sure. One more time, let's just give it up for Emma's Revolution. Come on, folks. Woo! I am inspired, and I hope you are too. I close with the words of the Reverend Wayne Arneson, my favorite reading in the hymnal. Take courage, my friends. The way is often hard, and the path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. But take courage, my friends, for deep down there is another truth. You are not alone. We have each other. May it be so. Please join me in extinguishing our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Thank you all for your presence here. Go forth, do good, have joy, eat food, buy merchandise. Thank you.